Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. This is Dane Crawford reporting for Ark Republic on an appointment made by the White House. Darren Beattie, Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy. This is an interesting appointment, guys, and this is something that we need to pay attention to because it speaks to what's really going on in MAGA right now. But before we get into that, let me explain what the Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs is. It's a top 10 ranked position. It's a high position in the White House, tasked to help ensure public diplomacy is practiced in combination with public affairs and traditional diplomacy to advance U.S. national interests. The Undersecretary oversees two bureaus in the State Department, educational and cultural affairs. And that's very important because someone like this over cultural affairs is something that's very scary. So just to let you know, a little quick background on what this guy is known for. Darren Beattie has been on Twitter telling folks to take a knee. He had a tweet saying Tim Scott needs to take a knee to MAGA. He had a tweet saying Black Lives Matter needs to take a knee to MAGA. He has a tweet saying Keiko's James needs to take a knee to MAGA. He said Ibrahim Kendi needs to take a knee to MAGA. So let me ask you guys, what do you think all those people have in common? Correct. They are all black folks. So he's on X telling folks that they need to take a knee to MAGA. And Keiko's James is actually a Republican. 70-year-old black woman being told to take a knee to a white man. And I'll take you even further to what we're dealing with. So this is a tweet from Darren Beattie. It's still up. You can go see it on X. And he says, competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. Unfortunately, our entire national ideology is predicated on coddling the feelings of women and minority and demoralizing competent white men. These are the type of people that are in the White House. The likes of him, Donald Trump, and Elon Musk. People who think only white men are capable of anything. And this is why the DEI slur is so dangerous, because this is what these people believe that are sitting there in charge of now finances, money, diplomacy, cultural affairs. I say all the time, I want us to protect our peace. I don't want us to feel like every single appointment or every time we see something racist happening, because it's not new, it's time to ring a 5 alarm. But we need to pay attention to what's going on. We need to pay attention to the people that are being involved and in charge of the things that will actually affect us specifically. I don't know if you've heard, but Trump is putting out an order to tell people to stop any, teaching any racial competency in the country, or they will lose funding. These are things we have to pay attention to, people, because these are the things that will affect us. When you have people like Darren Beattie being appointed to high-ranking positions in the White House like this, it's not a dog whistle, it's a bullhorn, letting you know what's to come in the next 4 years and what we need to look out for, what we need to watch out for. So we must stay vigilant in ourselves to make sure we are okay, because there will be sweeping changes coming to anything that has anything to do with the black culture. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just wanted to educate you guys and let you know some of the people who are going to be in the White House, running the White House, and I will be coming through a little more often to give you profiles on some of these people, just so you can be up on game. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. I will be back to talk to you soon, hopefully with some good and better news. Stan Crawford for Ark Republic. See you soon.